hope this finds you doing well. I think I am coming to you correct. Oh goodness, I tried a couple of times and I struggle with, well, maybe you don't, but I am struggling sometimes to get this orientation right, but I did it. So, hey everybody, really, shoo, what a week so far. Anyway, this is my, Sunday. I go back to work to my other job tomorrow, so this is my first live in the past week, so please come in. Welcome, join me. We're gonna do a first part. I felt drawn to use these cards. These are Ukrainian tarot cards. But I wanted to do a Virgo season tarot spread. It's not for Virgos, it's for the collective, but we're in Virgo season. It's very organized and focused. Also has their focused around our digestive system. But let's see what Virgo season has to say for the collective. How to bring yourself back down to earth is our first card out, collective. How to bring yourself back down to earth. How to bring yourself back down to earth. How to bring yourself back down to earth. The Emperor. Oh, wow. Now look at this Emperor. That gives me chills. Isn't this like a father or grandfather holding their child? So if it isn't you holding a child or a grandchild, it's the memory of that. That brings you back down to earth. Don't you remember that sweet, his fist is clenched. That sweetness brings you back down to earth. You may be angry, but that sweet baby. The children do. The children bring you back down to earth. The children do. You could be going to be put in charge of something important soon. Could be a position at work or in any kind of organization or institution that desperately needs order and a clear, decisive mind. But just know it's those children that bring you back down to earth. And look, if you are aware you don't have that, it's those memories. Those memories ground you. We all have the mind. We all have our memories. That's what brings you back down to earth, is the memories of childhood, of children. That sweet innocence. That's what grounds you. What needs organizing? Hi, Javita. Sure, I can do a reading for you. Let me go ahead and put these over here. Would you like to ask a question, or would you like just a 3-card short reading? I'll do the second card as you answer that. What needs organizing? The chat may be a little bit slower than what I'm talking because I'm reading the chat on a different device. What's coming towards you in the future? Sure. Javita, give me 1 second and I'll answer that. And for the collective, what needs organizing? It's your boundaries. That's what needs organizing. It reminds you to stand courageously and firm, protect your boundaries and what you have built. It's time to stay true to oneself and practice the word no. Your boundaries need organizing. That's all. That's the only thing I can say about that. All right, Javita, what's coming towards you in the future? Well, let's take a look. Where are you from? Am I saying? Let's see, Javita. Am I saying that close? Probably not, but hope I'm not butchering it too bad. It's coming towards Javita. Oh, it's coming towards Javita. Pop out, please. What's coming towards Javita? Wow. Love straight from spirit. It's a newbie. Water is the beginning. You got the Ace of Cups, Javita. Find out who you're attracted to him. Yeah. Okay. Just a second, Michael. Javita, what's coming towards you, Javita? This is love. And this is anointed straight from spirit. Love coming straight from spirit. Like spirit's written all over this. Love is the beginning of all wisdom. This is emotional clarity, spiritual awakening. Javita, you have love coming in that like spirit is like, spirit's pouring this love. You have the dove, the water, the cup, the hand. That's the hand of God, hand of spirit. Look, and Javita, the wheel of fortune. Sweetheart, you have love and the wheel of fortune coming for you, Javita. Congratulations. For everything, there is a season, a time for every matter under the heaven. What comes around goes around. This is fate and destiny. You have love, fate, and destiny. Javita, I have chills, sweetheart. Oh, love, fate, and destiny is coming towards you in the future. And Michael, hello. Will Jordan find out if you're attracted to him? Let's find out. Let me shuffle these. That's like, can't make that up, Javita. The cards talk to me for you all. All right, Michael. Whoa. Yes. Yes, in a big way. And let me tell you, you got 3 yeses in a tower moment. He knows in a big way. In a big way, Michael. Either he knows now or he's going to find out in a tower moment. Yes, yes, and yes. So he's either going to find out in a big way or he knows in a big way. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. I hope that helps, y'all. I really do. All right. Back to this. in our Virgo season for the collective, what are details we should be focusing on? You're welcome, Michael. What are details that we should be focusing on for the collective? Details we should be focusing on. Details we should be focusing on. Woo! Death, the end of something. This does not mean literal death. This means the end of something. I will read it to you so you hear out of here. Transformation, endings, change, transition, letting go, release. The death card signals that one major change is in your life is ending and a new one is about to begin. You just need to close one door so that a new one can open. This is what you need to focus on. Another meaning of the death card is that you're about to go through a major change, transition, or transformation. The old version of yourself needs to die to allow the new one to be created. This is actually like a beautiful death card. They're bowing before death, before transformation. It's inevitable. Like it is. And it doesn't have to be like here. I work in, home health and hospice, and y'all, one of my patients, her heart rate is in the 30s. She's, in stage. And death doesn't have to, death doesn't have to be so scary. And especially in Western culture in the United States, we make death so ugly and scary. And it just doesn't need to be that way. It's just a transformation, another transformation. Anyway, but the death card in tarot is just, another ending so that you can have room for a new beginning. But something has to end in your life for this new beginning to come in. Yeah, it's about a choice. Make a choice. This choice is going to part the seas. Shuffle these again. For these last two cards, how to reach your goals and get things done. How to reach your goals and get things done. How to reach your goals and get things done, collective. Come on. How to smash those goals and get things done. Five of Cups. Like the 5 stages of grief. Not focus. Look, or, you need to focus on. I'm getting tongue-tied on this one. So let me stop and. This is important. How to reach your goals and get things done. The 5 of Cups represents self-pity, loss, or grief. That you may have recently gone through a challenging experience, such as the end of a relationship, friendship, or are currently apart from a loved one. You could be grieving a breakup, taking a step backward in your career, or a job loss. You could have had a financial loss, but you still have things left to salvage. This card is a reminder it's okay to feel negative emotions and to give yourself space for grieving. However, it's a sign not to wallow too long in self-pity, as things may not be as bad as they seem. If you're feeling down, understood, don't stay there. You'll get unintended, unwanted consequences. Be grateful for what cups are still standing upright. Don't forget to lift your head up and be grateful. You will miss opportunities if you don't. How to surrender and trust. How to surrender and trust. How to surrender and trust. King of Wands. You know you're a natural born leader, right? You know that. You have vision, the big picture. This is about stepping back. So, how to surrender and trust is looking at the big picture. Having bold optimism. This signifies that you are confident and capable. Surrender to that. Trust yourself and your capabilities. There will be a chance to meet interesting people. You can successfully negotiate and state your point of view. Trust yourself. How to surrender and trust? Know that you are capable. Shows up as a reminder to trust yourself. It's the very next words. Yeah, the asker's intuition knows the way. This is a time to fully embrace your strengths and wisdom, which will enable you to make a huge difference in the world. Trust your intuition. Trust it. Trust yourself. Trust your leadership abilities. Trust yourself. That's it. That's the message. Trust yourself. You have what it takes. If you're doubting yourself, don't. Did you hear confirmation of Sammy? That's my cat. He's saying trust yourself. For real. Trust yourself. We'll see what the Hidden Secrets Oracle cards have to say. They might be telling for somebody. Or for all of us. Who knows? All right. You know, it seems so quiet. It seems so loud sometimes with the traffic behind me. And then when there's no traffic, it seems so very quiet. And I don't know what made some of my cards stick together. I hate that happened. Okay. I'm just making sure none of these cards are sticking together anymore. Some of these cards, I don't know. Yeah, like I said. Anyway. This was not a cheap deck, so I don't want to be replacing it often. All right. Spirit, what's the message for the collective? Beauty, charming, graceful, kind-hearted. Yes, you are. Ooh, be careful. Someone's spying on you. Either through social network information ways or through your windows. Make sure your shades are drawn. And make sure, like, this is oddly specific, but make sure if you have, um, those blinds, the shades, make sure they're pulled the right direction so they can't see through the slits like you think you have them pulled at night and you have lights on, but people can actually see you getting changed and you know what I'm saying? There's space where people can actually see in. Yeah. Someone wants to be exclusive with you one day, but they're in some confusion right now. They're unclear, unsure what's going on. They think about it just another time, another day, somewhere else. That stress that you felt was it what it actually was. Hey, you weren't you weren't imagining things. People were putting spells on you and X's. They were. They were actually doing this to you because they don't want you to have your actual soulmate. They didn't want you to have more time in this life. You cheated time. Something about like right after midnight. Did you have an accident? Did you have a medical emergency and you cheated death? You cheated time? You cheated fate? Yeah, you need boundaries like barbed wire right now. Boundaries like barbed wire. Boundaries like barbed wire. No. No is a full, complete sentence and answer. Shoot. Well, we can't get that. Well, those are just going to have to stay there. Look, peace, balance, harmony. I can't get behind the table with... Let's see if I can... Oh, look. Here. I think a couple fell behind my whole thing. But you know what falls to the floor comes through the door. And look at this. You want to see crazy? Intuition. You have... You know what? The reason that you are having this success in your life because you started to have compassion for yourself, which allowed you to have compassion for others. Family. You either now have that family or you're ready to have that family, and that family is yours to have. Sure is. Right? I mean, that family's coming your way. It doesn't matter. You know, you may have thought your family was going to look one way. Hi, Milky. You may have thought your family was going to look one way. It may look totally different. But you're going to have it. It is coming. It is coming. All right, let's see what these practical self-care cards say in this. Social media detox. As I'm on social media with you all, I'm telling you to detox on social media. Just be. Allow yourself to just be. You do not have to prove a damn thing. Confidence will flow into you when you are divinely you. Be divinely you. Like, divinely you. Oh my gosh. Escape materialism. Shift your focus away from materialism and develop a healthy inner world. You know, on social media, we're bombarded with ads constantly, right? I mean, we cannot get away from it. How do we escape? I don't look, you know what? I'll tell you, maybe my, I don't know, generation, I'm gonna Gen X, right? I'm in my 50s. Anyway, you know, I want nice things, but I don't fall too much for the, you know, the materialism, the that kind of loop. Um, excuse me. I very much like and follow. I like permaculture. You know, fair share. You know, um, I don't want too much. I don't. I think people can have too much, and I don't need that much. Of course, I would like more than I have now. I think that keeps us striving, right? But I don't. I need tennis shoes that work. $50 tennis shoes, not $500 tennis shoes. I don't know. That's just what I think. I need good things that work, not. I don't need. I don't buy things for the name or the brand, right? Are they good? They made? Well, all right. Balance. Juggling too many things at once. Find time for yourself. Yes, boundary game has had to been strong. Balance. Juggling too many things at once. Definitely find time for yourself. For sure. I'm going to get one angelic oracle card and then I am going to have to close out this live. I couldn't stay on here too long because my brother and I are having lunch today. So, but I definitely wanted to go live with you all. Thank you so much for the time that you share with me, your energy. If you do find messages here and are compelled, in the description box below is my Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. Let's always subscribe, like, share. I appreciate everyone that shows up. Let's get in. There we go. Beautiful. Oh, sorry. 37, caring. How beautiful is that? Caring. All right. Let's see. 37. These are beautiful. Being salacious always means taking care of yourself too. You are there for others. You always have a positive word or piece of advice with which to send people on their way. Truly, you are a little angel on earth. However, it would be advisable for you and your health not to spend your days or even hours with your thoughts on others alone. What we do for others, we must also do for ourselves. We can only lead a truly happy life if you can own little imponderable. Okay. You can only lead a truly happy life if you can fill yourself on the inner level too. This is a basic requirement to become a great angel on earth. And this wanted to be seen also. Independence 35. You are trapped. Free yourself. It may seem impossible to change your life situation at the moment. Be sure, however, that nothing you cannot handle will be expected of you in this life. Before you were born, you considered and ultimately decided on your life plan with the angels of birth. Back then, you knew that you would have the strength to free yourself from a seemingly hopeless situation. Liberating yourself does not mean that you have to give up something in the external world. Rather, it might be an inner attitude that needs to be changed. This is the healing power. Trust in your own strength, which is greater than you can imagine at the moment. Visualize this event, these circumstances that concern you today, as if they happened years ago. What did you learn from it? So, things that are concerning you today, situation, they're saying visualize it as if it happened years ago. And ask yourself, what did you learn from it? Right? I don't think I've ever done that. But that could be really, I mean, that's a pretty interesting take on things. Is someone 35 or 37? I feel like they are. Someone definitely is 35 or 37. Don't know. You could be, it could have a child that's 35 or 37. You never know. This is a deck of cards that I made into tarot cards. Let's see what they have to say before I close this out. Shift in energy. Spirit, what would you like to say with these? Eight of Swords. Let go of negative patterns, self-imposed victimhood. Let go of things that are no longer serving you. You may, like, don't become your own worst enemy. Like so many times we become, this is like the Eight of Spades, which becomes the Eight of Swords. Sometimes we become our own worst enemy. It's harmony in our health. It sure is. And then we have the Six of Swords for transition. Yes, communication, solving problems. Six of Swords. About moving on, yeah, transition, leaving it behind. Could be communication. You may need to, like, this may be a period of time that you may have to do this alone. And you may be wanting a partner by your side, and spirit is saying a little bit longer. And wait just a little bit longer. And I don't know. There's a transition. That means it's coming. There's movement. It is coming. Right, Spirit? Is this love coming? Yeah. Ten of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. Yes, it's all coming. It is. Ten of Pentacles is for me like found family. This is your fulfillment. This is financial, emotional security, long-term goals paid off, generational wealth, everything, success. Like, it's coming. You're getting it all, collective. Collective, you're getting it all. And then the Ace of Pentacles, independence, opportunities. This is the material world, intellect. Like, this is straight from spirit. Practicalities. Like, I mean, it couldn't be, I don't know how to abundant. But do you not hear that? Confirmation, confirmation, confirmation. This represents abundance, financial prosperity, and manifestations. This is what you're getting. You're going to manifest your found family and all the material success that you wanted, legacy, your generational wealth. Like, do you get that? Do you hear that? Do you hear the sirens going off behind me? You're getting all of this. Please, camera. I know the camera picked that up. I know they did. I know y'all are hearing that. I don't think I've ever been recording, let alone on a live, when that came through. So please, please know that this is coming. You got this. Confirm this is coming for you. I hope you all found messages here. Please like, share, and subscribe. Have the most blessed day, and we will see you soon. Thank you so much.